You both have other children.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about the way autism affects the quality of life for the rest of the family.
Well, it affects everything. Because when you've got someone who does not understand how the world works and is not able to communicate verbally, and I think we are all trying to help bridge that gap. And so the sibling, in my case, an older brother, Rickson, is part of that. We're all trying to help Colby maneuver through the world and help the world understand Colby. Mm-hmm. And so, especially when you have an ABA program, to begin with, ours was in the home. As Project Hope, we now provide mostly clinical services. But so Rickson, as a 4-year-old, was right there in the midst of it.
Yeah, I know. I always tried to be very open with my daughter about what was happening, and I tried to follow her lead with questions. She's 3 years older than Jack. So as people started coming into our home, I started talking with her about why. Jack has autism. He can't talk. Like, we're trying to help him learn how to point and talk, say yes or no, those very simple things. And she understood that as a, quirky little human herself.
Did you ever feel like you were kind of between a rock and a hard place, trying to give all your attention to the child in ABA and at the same time your other child all the time?
All the time. It was that constant struggle of, this doesn't feel fair, and I know that equity means that you get what you need, and Colby needs certain things that Rickson doesn't need, but Rickson needed me. And so trying to find that way to have some areas of life that were outside of anything autism related, I think was very important.
I recall so many times where she needed to be picked up from an activity at school, and she would be the last one picked up because it would take me 30 minutes to get Jack to the car just to go pick her up, And it's so hard. You feel so conflicted as a parent because she's standing there under a tree, like all by herself, with the teacher looking at you like, and you're thinking, like, if you only knew how hard it was for me to get his pants on and get him into the car so we could drive over here. I can't leave him alone. Yeah, I think the hardest thing for us was just the tag team parenting that we always had to do. Like, my husband and I could never both attend something. We did really sacrifice and work hard to always make sure one of us was present at Amy's school events and things like that, but it was always just one. So she would look down and see that, like she did a lot of theater and things like that, and she would see, one of us.
How do you think ABA helps make for more equitable time structures within a family?
Well, the therapy itself actually does free up time for a parent to focus on siblings and themselves and life.
Oh, themselves? Is that part of it?
But it does give you that moment to refocus and to rejuvenate, I think. And then I think it also just gives the skills. Through ABA, parents often have skills to make their home life more meaningful, more compatible with one another. We have found so many families who initially their world shrinks a bit and they start staying inside and they start not going places.
Yeah.
And ABA opens that door to let's explore.
How does ABA help in that way?
I think ABA equips parents to know how to do the work ahead of time before you go into a new situation.
I remember when she got into high school, she got a really big role in Les Mis, and so she wanted the whole family to be there together to see her. And she insisted that Jack come she wanted him to hear her. So our behavior team worked with him to prepare him, and they also worked with us to prepare us for this moment. Everyone knew Amy had this big role, so they helped us with the schedule. They helped Jack. He had noise-canceling headphones that he wears that help calm him in those kinds of situations. So we sat on the back row. He made it through the whole first act, which was enough for her. So without that kind of loving support from our team, Jack wouldn't have been prepared, and we wouldn't have been prepared to help him be successful in this endeavor. It sounds so small, but it was so huge for him just to be there for a performance by her. It's the moment that he needed and that we needed and that Amy really needed.